What's happening, everybody? This is Jordan at Front Run Tech, and today I just want to kind of look at Bitcoin from a macro view. And what we're going to talk about in this video is Bitcoin macro parallel channels. All right. So we've got basically two different sets of parallel channels here. I'm going to start off with the black parallel channels. All right. And essentially, what you have here is that Bitcoin, the way the cycles have worked, is it runs up in a bull market of price discovery, eventually tops out, and when Bitcoin does top out, it moves into a prolonged consolidation period, which is also the bear markets. And these consolidation periods after it tops out have fit very well with parallel channels of consolidation that once Bitcoin finally breaks those parallel channels of consolidation, that has typically been the sign that the next leg up of price discovery is really about to begin and enter into that more vertical phase. Okay. Um, we take the first one here. You can see the break happens after a long consolidation, even the retest. And once that occurs, boom, liftoff. All right. And then, of course, here in 2017, you get the top, and then that parallel channel of consolidation begins once again. And Bitcoin here, when it finally breaks bullish out of that channel, you can see it moves into that vertical phase of price discovery. And then, of course, if we come to 2021, we kind of got the double top. But if we take it off the real price top of November 2021, it moves into that channel of consolidation. And then over here in about December of 2023, when Bitcoin does break out of that channel, it actually spends about a month and a half retesting the break of that channel. After holding, it really moves into the next legs up of price discovery. All right. Now, the parallel channel that I have drawn for this current consolidation and bear market is technically speculative as of right now. Why is that? Because you're really going to need some type of second high, lower high in the consolidation to draw the parallel channel accurately in hindsight. Um, they're easy to draw in hindsight and see them, but that the move back up has not occurred yet. So this current channel of consolidation, it is speculative, but I do like how it's drawn currently. That it could end up being wrong and changing a bit, but it will be interesting to see if Bitcoin does interact with how the channel is drawn now when it does recover. If it does come up and test it and maybe get rejected and then ends up breaking it not too much later, that would be a huge sign once it does break, if it is confirmed, that Bitcoin would really be ready to accelerate at that point. All right. Now, let's talk about the yellow channel. And this channel, I'm basically calling the move out of the initial hype phase into the more sustainable up and to the right phase for Bitcoin. And there's something very interesting about this channel. Now, the low that we have right now recently perfectly tested the bottom of this channel, but that's not the only thing. We actually have a triple apex point of levels here for Bitcoin, and this is a very important spot. We've got the bottom of the yellow channel. We've got the horizontal level that is that previous cycle all-time high range. And then also if we throw on the 200-week moving average, go figure, the 200-week is coming in exactly at those levels. So this is obviously an extremely important level for Bitcoin on the weekly chart. And we recently tested all three of these levels very, very strongly. We had the wick coming well below the 200 week, even below the horizontal level, well below the channel that recovered and held nicely at those levels. We got the bounce off of that last week, and now this week we've kind of come back down a little bit. But if you zoom in here, you can see in this week we actually wicked back down perfectly to the 200 week and held that again. All right, and we're still holding all three levels. So as of now, it does look to be holding. But if this were to break down, I would find that pretty concerning, at least for the short to medium term. That would tell me that there is likely a bit more pain that will be coming in the short to medium term if this does break down. All right, but it's being held for now. What we're going to want to see, though, is we're going to want to see some type of move out of danger here over the next week or two for Bitcoin. That's what we would be wanting to see. But essentially, this level here on the weekly, this triple level, is the most important thing that I'm watching on Bitcoin. Everything is riding on it for me. And that's where we're at. So let's see what happens.